Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, so again, on Thursday, you will have your first summative quiz 1. Okay, summative quiz 1 on business math, and it will cover from mark up, mark down, up to the discounts. And before we proceed with the discussion, I want to remind again those who have incompletes, please check your messages because I have already sent there the missing activities per student. Okay, so I have sent private messages, and of course, if there are announcements being sent to the GC, it would be respectful if you are going to react, acknowledge the announcement so that the teacher will know if you understand, if you have question, or is it clear. Maano lang ba naman na mag-react kayo ng yes, like, or no, what, mga tipong ganon, para hindi naman yung nagpo-post si teacher na hindi niya alam kung naiintindihan nyo or hindi yung announcement. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Even in answering in your Zoom, you have your reaction buttons there. You have yes or no, so you can use that if you do not want to talk. Okay, so let's proceed now. So included in your quiz next week is the cash discounts. So it will be added to your markups, markdowns, mark-ons, trade discounts, and cash discounts. Okay, so this is the last part of the discounts we're in. We have already discussed before the trade discounts. I will be uploading this updated PowerPoint later on, as well as the recorded class. So this updated uh, PowerPoint already contains the answer key of the exercises that is included. Okay, so I asked you before for your asynchronous to answer the exercises, and the answers are already included in this updated PowerPoint. So I want you to review, go over again the lessons, this PowerPoint, and as well as the examples given, so that you will be able to understand more, okay, and be ready with your quiz on Thursday. Now, okay, so for cash discounts, the difference of cash discounts and trade discounts is, when we say trade discounts, these are discounts given by manufacturers mainly to retailers, not so much with the end consumers. Okay, when we say end consumers, they are already the people who are buying this for final use. When we say retailers, when we say customers, they are those who are purchasing for retailing purposes. Okay, tulad naman, they are going to resell the items. So trade discount helps them to gain more income. Okay? Trade discounts will provide them a room for markup so that they will gain profit when they're going to resell the items or the products. Now, in order to get retailers to pay their bills promptly, because of course there are retailers who are going to acquire goods through credit, okay, through accounts. So most manufacturers offer cash discounts to customers who pay early. Okay, so there you will now have an idea on how are you going to inject the concepts of business math to the problems that you're going to formulate for your performance task. Okay, for your final requirements. The terms of payments usually specify a number of days from the invoice date for which the discount is allowable, as well as the total number of days from the invoice date when the payment is due if the discount is not taken. So we say cash discounts, this is an incentive, okay? It's an incentive that a seller offers to a buyer in return for paying a bill before the scheduled due date. Okay, so if you remember your quiz yesterday, you will see their terms. Okay, those terms are very important because to it will help you to determine if discounts, okay, if discounts is allowable to be given to a buyer. Okay, so the invoice is very important because it will show you the rate of discount. Rate of discount is usually expressed as a percent of the net amount of the invoice. Okay, net amount is amount after trade discounts. Okay, so let's say for example, you are a retailer. Okay, you are a retailer and you bought from the manufacturer products worth 10,000 pesos. Okay, then the manufacturer will be giving you a 10% trade discount. Okay, so you have to deduct that trade discount to get the net amount of the invoice. Okay, so that is the trade discount. Is it the same as cash discount? No, because in cash discount, this will only be given if you're going to pay on time your account. In the invoice, you will also see discount period. Okay, so it will indicate the terms, the time when the cash discount can be applied. So when? Okay, so is it within 10 days, within 15 days, within 30 days? Okay, so it will be that will be included on the invoice. Then, of course, the credit period indicates the time period when the invoices must be paid. Is it payable in 2 months? Is it payable in 1 year? Okay, so you will show that will be shown on the invoice. Is it clear? Any question? Any question? Again, I'm telling you, you have your buttons there, reaction buttons if you do not want to talk. Okay, so we have different types of cash discounts. Generally, there are three types. We have ordinary dating, we have end of month dating, we have receipts of goods dating. Okay, so those are three different cash discounts. The most commonly used method is ordinary dating, whereby the payment terms are based on the invoice date. Invoice, yung resibo mo. Okay? Actually, we call that resibo, pero hindi pa dapat yun ang resibo. We only get receipt when you pay it on cash. But if it is on credit, you receive an invoice. The seller will issue you a sales invoice and that will be your purchase invoice. Okay? So, payment terms for ordinary dating are based on the invoice date. Examples, a manufacturer who gives a 2% cash discount on all bills to be paid in 30 days records the terms as follows: 2, 10, and 30. This terms that a 2% cash discount is allowed if the bill is paid within 10 days. Okay, so 2 here means 2%. 10 here means the days. Okay, so the first number or the numerator expresses the cash discount and the denominator expresses the days allowable for the discount. And the net amount of the invoice is due 30 days from the invoice date. It means that the net amount of the invoice is can still be paid within 30 days, but no discount anymore. Okay, no discount. Is it clear? Yes? Okay, so another example is an invoice gives cash discounts based on the following terms: 210, 130, and 60. Okay, so what does it mean? What does it mean when it says 210, 130, and 60? These terms indicate that cash discount is uh, if the bill is paid within 10 days, then the buyer is allowable for 2% discount. If it is paid within 30 days, then the buyer can still enjoy a 1% discount. But if it is beyond 30 days, he or she can still pay the net amount of the account within 60 days, but there will be no more discount. Okay, so that is how you're going to interpret terms. So that is very important. Now, what is the point here is that in ordinary dating, you are after the invoice date. So let's say, for example, the invoice is prepared on May 1. Okay, so doon magsisimula. There, that will be your basis of the terms. So it is very important to know if it is ordinary dating, end of month, or the other type of cash discount. So that is ordinary dating. Now let's move on to EOM, okay? Or what we call end of month dating. Okay, so end of month dating. EOM shifts the invoice date to the last day of the month. Okay, so they assume always at the day of the month, last day of the month, so that a discount period or credit period starts after the end of the current month. Let's say, for example, you bought the items now. Now is April. Okay, so it is assumed that end of the month will be the basis of your terms of payment. Okay, so examples. The terms 210 end of month means that a 2% discount is allowed if the bill is paid within 10 days following the end of the current month. Okay, so 210 EOM. Pag sinabing 210 EOM and it now is April, you are allowed to pay and enjoy a 2% discount 10 days after the end of the month. Okay, so let's say ngayon, April 30. So ibig sabihin hanggang May 10, pwede mo pa rin makuha yung 2% discount. Is it clear? Yes? Can you still follow? Okay. Next example is an invoice. Okay, an invoice dated April 20 with terms 110 EOM can be paid using the 1% discount if it is paid May 10, which is the 10th day of the after the end of month. So end of month, always remember, last day of the month. Yung current month, kung saan mo binili yung item. Now, for ROG, okay, when we say ROG, this is receipts of goods dating. Okay, so we have ordinary dating, we have end of month dating, and we have receipts of goods dating or ROG. When the abbreviation ROG, receipt of goods, appears in terms of payment, the discount and credit periods start on the day after the merchandise has been received. Let's say, for example, you bought goods from me, and I shipped it. Okay, so it took 1 week to ship. Okay, and then 1 week to receive the item. So 2 weeks na. So your term will only start when you physically receive the item. Okay, receipts of goods dating. Okay, so it will start, your basis is when you receive the merchandise, the physical merchandise. Okay, so receipts of goods dating is used when the transportation of the goods takes a long time. Okay, so possibly due to the distance at which the goods are being shipped. As examples, an invoice, okay, so an invoice showing the terms 310 ROG, receipts of goods dating, implies that a 3% discount is allowed if the bill is paid within 10 days after the receipt of goods or merchandise. This means that the discount period begins on the day the merchandise arrives. Okay? So, ordinary dating, invoice date, end of month. Okay, the end of month dating will be at the end of the month where you acquire the goods. Receipts of goods dating on the day you receive the physical goods. Okay, so that is where you're going to start the basis for your terms of payment to get the discount. Okay, now let's have illustrations. An invoice dated September 15 was included with goods that were received on September 25. If the invoice was 4,000 pesos, determine the amount due if the bill was paid. Okay, so A, on October 8th, and terms were 210 EOM. What do you think? Will there still be a discount? Anyone from the class? On October 8th, and terms were 210 EOM. Excuse me for a while. Okay, anyone from the class? On October 8th, and terms were 210 EOM. What do you think? Can he get the 2% discount if the invoice dated September 15 and the goods were received on September 25? I will call. No one from the class? Let's have Marielle. Okay. You explain first on October 8th. How is the terms 210 EOM? What does it mean? Marielle. Marielle, hello. You have problem with your audio, Iha. You may use the chat box to answer. While Marielle is maybe typing the answer, can I have letter B? For letter B, who would like to answer? On October 8th, and terms were 210 ROG. What does it mean? Yes, Chrislyn? For letter B, Chrislyn? Okay, so you think of letter B, and I will read the answer of Marielle. So there's a 2% cash discount in 10 days. Okay, so there's a 2% discount in 10 days as per Marielle. So what is the basis of your terms of payment, Marielle? Where am I going to start? So where am I going to start? End of month. EOM. It says EOM. Where will I start? Anyone from the class? Where are you going to start if it is EOM? William? Where are you going to start if it is EOM?
Ma'am, um,
Pag? Go ahead, William. What does end of month means?
pag end of month po.
So anong date ngayon ako mag-start ng counting ko?
Ma'am,
Where,
end of the month ng October.
kailan mo ba nakuha yung items? When did you buy the items?
Ma'am, September 25 po.
So September 25. So what is the end of month of September 25 or September 15? What is the end of the month of September? William? Always remember that when we say end of the month, you refer to the current month where you acquire the goods. Bakit ka mag-start ng October 8? Eh, doon ka nga nagbayad. Okay, doon ka nga nagbayad ng October 8. Let's read again the problem. An invoice date September 15 was included with goods that were received on September 25. So you bought the item September 15. Okay, so you purchased the item on account September 15. They ship it, you receive it on September 25. The invoice is 4,000 pesos. Now, let's say for example, the term is 210 EOM and you paid on October 8, which means end of month, your basis is September 30. Do you get it? Do you get it? Do you get it? Yung mga iba hindi sumasagot, tapos pag tinanong hindi naman nila masagot. So, ibig sabihin, pag end of month, September mo binili, September 30 would be the basis, which means from October 1 to October 10, pwede mo pa rin makuha yung 2% discount. Okay, so yes, you're right, Matthew, that is September 30. Yun yung chat niya kanina. That was September 30 is the basis. So from September 30, 10 days after that, you will still be able to enjoy 2% discount on your bill. Okay, so let's say 4,000 pesos, pag 4,000, okay, so makakakuha ka pa rin ng 80 peso cash discount. Now, letter B, Chrislyn, on October 8 and terms were 210 ROG, what does it mean?
Ma'am, ROG, receipt of goods.
Okay, now,
And
what will be the basis?
ma'am, yung basis is September 25.
Okay, September 25 is the basis. Now, when you are going to pay on October 8, will you still be able to enjoy the discount?
Ma'am, no.
No, because
Ma'am, kasi lagpas na siya sa 10 days.
ilang araw na?
Um, Ma'am, 13?
13 days na. Okay, so more than 13 days. But if you're going to move to the next, which is on October 3, then is it possible for you to enjoy the discount? Yes? Yes, Yula?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, because it is within 10 days. Okay, very good. Now, how about if it is the ordinary dating? What will be your basis? What will be the basis if it is the ordinary dating? What is the basis if it is the ordinary dating? Yes, Yula?
Ma'am, ano po, 30 days po yung... Ay, wait lang. Basis. Ma'am, yung basis is September 25.
No,
Tapos,
hindi it's an ordinary dating. When we say ordinary dating, it is the date of the
payment terms
invoice.
are big.
It is the date of
Sorry,
the
ma'am.
invoice. Okay, so it is the date of the invoice, so it should be September 15. Okay?
15.
Okay, so let's move on.
Sorry po.
Another illustration, no problem. At least you are trying, nakikita ninyo, sumusunod kayo. Okay, so let's have another illustration. Okay, so the discount of 2%, okay, so can be used before October 10. So ito na yung kanina. Okay, so that amount due is 4,000 peso less 2%. Okay, so ito yung kanina. So if it is EOM, your basis is the end of the month. You acquire it September 30 will be the basis. If it is ROG, September 25 is the basis when you receive the items. Then if it is ordinary dating, the invoice date. So you have to remember that for your discounts. Now, let's try to find the amount payable and cash discounts. So here are some formulas. Okay, so the amount payable or amount due after applying the cash discount on the net price is computed by using this formula. So whatever is applicable, yun yung gagamitin ninyo. Okay, so amount payable, the net price, the cash discount, the discount rate. Okay, so amount payable is equals to net payment or net price. Net price minus the cash discount. Net price is the list price minus your trade discount. Okay? Net price is the list price minus your trade discount. So this is a continuation of our previous trade discount lesson. Okay, so then amount payable, you can also compute it by net price 1 minus the discount rate. So remember, there could be series of trade discounts. So discount rate 1, discount rate 2, discount rate 3. Then you have your cash discounts is net price times the discount rate. Okay? Net price times the discount rate of your cash discount. Let's have illustration. The net price of merchandise is 20,000 pesos. The invoice is dated April 11. Okay, so the invoice is dated April 11 with the following terms 5, 15, and 45. What is the amount payable if the invoice was settled on A, April 25, and B, April 30? Okay, so let's see. So there is a given already. So the net price is given for 20,000 pesos. Then the terms of discount is also there, 5, 15, and 45. Ma'am, we cannot see EOM, ROG, which means this is ordinary dating. If you cannot see EOM or ROG, then automatic, the term is ordinary dating, on which the basis is the date of your invoice. Okay? Is that clear? Okay, so the first one, okay, so the first one on April 25, the 5% cash discount is allowed because April 25 is within 15 days after April 11. Okay, so the amount will be computed as, because we already have the discount rate. Okay, so uh, you have to compute it by your NP. Okay, so amount payable is equals to your net price times 1 minus the discount rate. Then you will be able to get 19,000 pesos as the amount payable if the date to pay is April 25. But on the next scenario wherein the the payment is made on April 30, the 5% cash discount is no longer allowed because April 30 is already beyond the terms of payment, which is 15 days after April 11. The amount payable now is equal to the net price. Okay, thus the amount payable on April 30 is 20,000 pesos. Wala na siyang discount. Okay, so it is very important for you to analyze the terms of payment. Now let's have another illustration. Okay, so an invoice for 70,520 dated March 25 terms 5, 10, 230, and 16 is paid in full on April 20. What is the total amount paid to settle the account? Okay, so it says 5, 10, 230, and 60. Again, you cannot see there EOM or ROG. Therefore, this is an ordinary dating
Ordinary.
on which your basis will be the date of the invoice. Okay, so let's have the given first. So always remember, okay? So on your quiz next week, I want to see given, I want to see the solution. Okay, so and it will be synchronous. That's the very important one. It's synchronous via the Google Docs. And if I'm I will be uploading later on an exercise that will serve as a review for your cash discounts. Please avoid uploading it in PDF. Even with your Fab M1, I'm having a hard time checking those who are uploading it in PDF. Nadi-distort siya. Ang hirap i-check. So, minsan, pag hindi mo makikita yung mga answers ninyo, distorted, hindi pare-pareho yung pwesto nila. Ang hirap. Kailangan mong hanapin para lang magkaroon kayo ng grade. Okay, so let's continue. So, given is the net price. You have the 70,520, and the terms of discounts is 5, 10, 230, and 16. Okay, so you have the terms of discounts. This is already the net price, so it's easier for you to compute. So the amount payable will be net price times 1 minus the discount rate. So she settled it on April 20, and that is March 25. So it is still within the 10 days. Okay? So is it within the 10 days? No more. But it's still within the 30 days, which is um, you can still be allowed to get the 2% discount. Okay? You can still enjoy the 2% cash discount. Now, so we have 70,520 times 1 minus 0.02. Okay, 0.02 because it's 2%. Then you will be able to get 69,109.60 pesos. Okay, so that is an illustration. Now, can you please try to answer this? Okay, so take a picture of this. Take a picture of this. Were you able to get already the picture? Yes? Sino naka-picture niya na nito? Okay, Yula, you've got already. Okay, so you picture this, and then you have to, I want you to answer it. Okay, I want you to answer it before you open the updated PowerPoint later on para ma-check ninyo kung naintindihan ninyo yung lesson natin or hindi. Because the answer will be included here. But before that, I want you to answer that exercise. Nakuha nyo ba? I already removed it. Nakuha nyo? Yeah, okay. Yes. How about William, Matthew, and Jonalisa? Okay, so try to answer first the exercise before you open later on the PowerPoint, updated PowerPoint, because I will be replacing the old PowerPoint there with this updated one. And it already includes the answers of the exercises that are included there. Now, after that, I will be also uploading just simple problems. Okay, so parang tatlong problem lang yun, and then mga ano lang, just a practice for you to how to compute the discounts and how to get the basis of EOM, ROG para ma-practice ninyo so that you will be ready for your quiz by Thursday. Okay, so I will be uploading the activity later on together with this PowerPoint. Any question? Any questions? No more? Okay, so that's all for today. Again, so I have already given you all the performance tasks. Taxation is as I have given it last week, I think, for the taxation. And then of course, for the business math and Fab M1, that is not only for performance tasks because part of it will already go to your final exam. Okay, so ibig sabihin, konti na lang yung idadagdag kong grades ninyo na gagawin ninyo for your final exam for Fab M1 and Business Math. For your taxations quiz on Monday, so be prepared because you will be determining the gross income to be included. Okay, so you will be determining the items of gross income. There will be some computations there as to the taxable income of individual as well as the corporations. Okay, so that's all. Any question? Any clarification? Any clarifications? None? Okay, so all your quizzes will be synchronous. It will be via Google Docs. So even with your taxation, it will be via Google Docs, which means that you have to be present to do your quiz. With that, happy weekend, everyone. Okay, so good luck and stay safe. Wag muna kayong maglalabas, mga bata, para di kayo mahawaan ng COVID, okay? Bye,
Okay,
everyone.
ma'am. Thank you po.
Okay.
Bye po.
If you have any
Ingat din
question,
po
just send
kayo.
me a message. Thank you so much.